Iceland's biggest volcano hit by 4 quakes. This is Iceland's biggest volcano, and it's a bit shaken up. The Bardarbunga volcano in Iceland was hit by a series of 4 earthquakes recently. University of Iceland geophysics professor Páll Einarsson told British tabloid The Daily Star that the volcano is getting ready to erupt in the next few years. Iceland authorities say the volcano is in a normal non-eruptive state. When the Eyjafjallajokull volcano erupted in 2010, it caused massive flight chaos, grounding most air traffic to and from Europe for several days. The ash cloud from that eruption reached nearly 10,000 meters high, meaning planes in the impacted area were unable to fly. And according to the Daily Star, should Bardarbunga erupt, it's possible that the flight chaos of 2010 could happen all over again. Volcano Hellfire.
How did volcano hellfire do this to our planet? 700 million years ago, planet Earth went from this to this. Nobody knows exactly why, but new research from Harvard may hold the answer. Scientists suggest that sulfate aerosols, resulting from years of continual volcanic activity, may have led to the Earth becoming relatively frozen, or what's known as a snowball Earth. The research postulates that 10 years of eruptions from volcanoes, spanning 2,000 miles across an equatorial landmass, could have plied the stratosphere with just the right amount of sulfur dioxide to radically alter Earth's climate. Sulfur dioxide is very effective at reflecting solar radiation when it gets to the higher levels of the atmosphere. Once there, it can remain for up to a year. This, plus the location of the volcanoes along the equator, may have created an atmospheric barrier against the sun. The cooler climate would have then created more ice, which in turn would reflect more sunlight. The research theorizes this process continued until the ice reached present-day California's latitude. There, the freezing Earth would have become irreversible, and ice would have eventually covered all of Earth. Or in other words, the ice both literally and figuratively snowballed the planet.
Erupting volcano forces island-wide evacuation. Residents are being evacuated after a volcano on one of Vanuatu's northern islands began to erupt. The Manaro volcano in Ambae is a shield volcano whose summit features 3 crater lakes. The volcano began releasing ash and toxic gas in September and is now spewing rocks and lava amid repeated explosions. Many of the island's water sources are polluted by the eruption, leaving thousands without access to safe drinking water. Islanders are being ferried off the island by an assortment of ships and boats. Others have flown out to safety as the Vanuatu government wants all 11,000 residents evacuated by October 6th. The Manaro eruption poses a serious threat, especially with the possibility of deadly volcanic mud called lahar overflowing down the mountain. The volcano last erupted in 2005. Half of the island's population was evacuated and couldn't return until at least 3 months later. Bali's Mount Agung is ready to go bang. This is Bali's scenic Mount Agung volcano. It's been quiet for 5 decades, but experts are warning it's now ready to blow. Indonesian officials have marked several danger zones for a potential Mount Agung eruption and have evacuated over 75,000 people in the past days. According to The Guardian, hundreds of tremors have been noted near the volcano each day. If this trend continues, experts expect an eruption is imminent. The most deadly threat resulting from it would be pyroclastic flows, which is a superheated killer gas that lays waste to everything in its path and can travel up to 450 miles per hour. Check back with TomoNews for more on this developing story in the coming days.
Volcano rising. Scientists have located the magma source of an Italian supervolcano that's considered one of the most dangerous in the world. Campi Flegrei is a volcanic caldera to the west of Naples, which last erupted in 1538, but was responsible for a series of small earthquakes in the 1980s. Researchers who have long puzzled about where the caldera's magma is coming from have now pinpointed the location of a hot zone about 4 kilometers under the nearby city of Pozzuoli. From 1982 and 1984, rising gas and magma caused the ground in the crater to swell, but was prevented from rising to the surface by a deep rock formation. The magma instead spread out laterally, causing minor earthquakes. The caldera has grown hotter since, and with pressure building, scientists fear it could soon erupt and put the entire region at risk. Volcanologists cannot say for sure what the scale of any future eruption could be, but are closely monitoring Campi Flegrei.
Yellowstone supervolcano could blow faster than expected. New research shows Yellowstone supervolcano could be good to go real quick. In geological terms, a new study of ancient fossilized ash suggests Yellowstone supervolcano could become active much quicker than previously thought. Arizona State University researchers looked at fossilized ash deposits from Yellowstone's Lava Creek Tuff and found the volcano became active after 2 injections of fresh magma. They found the minerals showed that the critical changes in temperature and composition built up over a few decades. Supervolcanoes have an eruption magnitude of 8 on the Volcano Explosivity Index and spit out more than 1,000 cubic kilometers of hot rock and ash. For now, Yellowstone supervolcano hasn't shown any indications of an eruption, although experts agree there's no way of knowing when the next blast will occur. Thank God nuclear war will have us wiped out before that can happen.